Jake Hasan proposed a little debate for us here. What is more terrifying, the ocean or space? For me, I'm thinking it's space. I'm not really into the whole alien thing. Not sure what's looming out there. So I'll stick with if I could just be in a cage down in the ocean, swatting the sharks away. I think I'll take that over whatever is out there in space. UFOs, all that. That's a hard pass for me.
So I think the ocean is scarier. There's a lot going on way down there that we have no idea about. I mean, sharks we get. That's everyone watches Shark Week. We all know what that's about. But the other stuff that goes on down there, I don't want any part of the deep sea. I'm out on the ocean. No, but the only other side of this that I was thinking about, because I thought a lot about this morning, is I know how to swim. In space, you could just float away. Like you're gone. You just float away, and you have no power over what's happening with the atmosphere around you. So that's kind of scary. But I would say it's pretty easily for me. I'm more terrified of the ocean, the deep ocean.
It's a tough argument. It's
Well, do we want Joe O to go first?
He'll get there eventually.
Will
Joe O. Space or ocean? What's scary? Or water park?
Children.
Water park, yeah. Kids. Sick kids.
Space or ocean? What's the scenario?
Yeah, the scenario is pick one.
Like I'm swimming in the ocean, or like what?
You're all by yourself you have to navigate space or the deep sea.
Yeah, that's pretty good. You're dropped in the middle of space or in the middle of the deep sea? In the middle of the Pacific.
Oh, I mean, it's ocean is much more scarier. Even though I dealt with man, I was scared for a minute the other day. I went ziplining.
I have no idea where this is going.
So I went ziplining. It's like you go through this maze. It's awesome. Like you're climbing ropes, going across, and eventually you get to this fourth tier, and there's a zip line. And then once you get up there and you look down, you're like, holy crap, this is tough. Like, and I had that scare. I'm like, oh, okay. And I walked back to the main part of the platform for a minute, but I eventually went through with it, just not looking down, even though, I'm all harnessed in, nothing's going to happen. But so that made me think that space was scarier, but there's no doubt. I mean, seriously, in an ocean by yourself, abandoned, ship goes down, whatever. I'm toast. I'm toast. It's space, but I can navigate, right?
I'm
not going to fall. I'm not going to fall to Earth, right?
You might.
You're just going to float away.
I feel like this is Joe's ideal scenario where he's just nobody's bothering him. He's just floating.
Yeah, I'm doing flips. I'm chilling. I'm cool.
Until you float away forever.
I can last longer in space than in the ocean. I guarantee that.
Completely agree with that.
Well, that's true. Then no like monsters are going to come eat you in the middle of space. The bottom line is you're going to die either way.
What about
How are you? I don't want to die with a shark eating me. Right?
I'm afraid of things worse than sharks at the bottom.
Yeah.
What about
1,000%?
I mean, those are probably two of the worst ways to die: shark and or drowning.
Isn't drowning kind of like peaceful-ish? Like you just
what?
No.
What an outrageous thing to say.
But like, at some point, don't you just kind of like succumb to it? And it's
I agree.
I being drowned.
I think there's something. There's
I think
something
it's awful.
real and mysterious about being in the ocean.
I don't think you don't just give in to drowning. You're fighting for your life, and then
1,000%
trying to breathe.
Right?
Yeah, you can't breathe in space. So, like, isn't it much worse to like walk outside into a vacuum and explode?
I'm pretty sure the space one's pretty instantaneous. So, like, drowning, you're fighting for it.
You can't breathe. You can't breathe.
Yeah, but like space, if you take off a space helmet, like you die like immediately. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, but if you're at the bottom of the ocean, I'm pretty sure you're going to die quickly too. It's not like someone's making you stuff.
All right, here's a major question.
You get to see some cool stuff in space. What do I?
What about the ocean? What do you see in space?
I'm
You see
dead.
space trash.
Whatever I see as I'm floating to the ocean floor, I'm dying.
Stars. Cool. I get to walk outside my house.
I want to see the whales. I want to see the ocean. I think.
Though there is one thing we're not mentioning. There's a better chance of rescue in the ocean. Probably still slim, but like someone might be able to hear you or see you if there's another boat in the air. If you're floating in space, there's nobody out there. There's no cars coming by.
Space station.
In space, no one can hear you scream.
Yeah, there might be a space station. I think there's more likely a cruise ship in the ocean than a space station.
Here's my thing too. Think about like how many times have you been out on the ocean in your life?
I mean, East Coast, a bunch like.
Okay, how many times have you been to space?
0.
Not yet.
You got plans, Paul?
It might be a little bit above my pay grade, but I will say this about the ocean. Here's what freaks me out about the
BetQL
ocean.
Daily live from the space station.
Perfect. We're just trying to get to Omaha. The bends and like deep diving, like that freaks me out a little bit. Where like if you go like these people that do like deep dives and you come up and then like you get the bends because you came up too fast, like that freaks me out a little bit. Like scuba diving and then like shooting up to the surface.
And we just say shark, but there are a million animals that will kill you out there.
Yep. It's the ocean. The answer is the ocean.
And I learned yesterday from my son that there's something called the immortal jellyfish that will never die. Like,
oh, I know about this. My son has taught me about him too.
Okay. I was like, what?
I was wondering if this was prep for the show. Hey, we've got this debate tomorrow.
I worked on the show for
What,
a little
are
over
they
a year.
lethal?
Joe's son is into some weird stuff. I've learned.
This is what happens. Take a few days away from the sports and the betting.
Kill you?
I'm stuck in
These
Wisconsin where I
immortal
couldn't bet. Yeah. I'm sorry, Aaron.
Do the immortal jellyfish kill you though?
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean the millions of other things do though.
Yeah.
You know, sharks don't scare me. Octopus and squid scare me. Imagine getting wrapped up by an octopus, death, drowning. That would be
wow.
cool.
These immortal jellyfish are cool. They look like
right?
neon
awesome.
signs.
I was really just saying some outrageous stuff.
But they look awesome, these immortal jellyfish.
Yeah,
they do.
I feel like you don't know what you're getting in space. Are you going to meet up with aliens or are you just going to see nothing?
To
At least
say
in
you
the
know
ocean?
what you're getting in the ocean is an outrageous thing to say.
No, it's not. You know you're going to see
outrageous
something
thing to say.
cool. You're not just going to be sitting there like staring at blank, I don't know, or you could be meeting up with aliens and having to fend for your life. You don't know.
I'm just thinking,
How
but
are
I'm
you not
thinking
gonna
about
for your life in the ocean.
But in space, I'm floating around. Like every second I'm in the ocean, I can't enjoy anything I'm cool around because I'm trying to
head's on
swim.
a swivel.
Trying to stay alive.
Wait, you know what my favorite part of this debate is right now? The assertion that if Joe's left alone floating in space, he's going to enjoy any part of it. No,
Yes.
you're not. No, you're not.
Floating.
You're gonna be counting the minutes till your death and realize you're never going home.
He's doing that, and think about the things he said on the show. He's doing that anyway.
Counterpoint. Back to the chances of survival. Space, like no food. The ocean. You can kill some food.
And
survive.
how
Paul,
likely
I
is
like
that?
you a lot, but
What
the
are you
chances of
killing?
you getting a fish with your bare hands in the open ocean is slim to none.
LL Cool J killed a shark with like a crucifix around his like chest in deep.
No, I think Paul's right on this. You have more chance of elongating the survival.
Are we in the ocean, like the center of the ocean, or are we on an abandoned island?
No, you're out. You're out at sea. No land in sight.
But there's a chance you could get washed up to the island. That's not going to happen in space.
You're not washing back up to the earth.
No.
And a native female saves me. Like love story.
And we're getting weird.
Okay.
Yeah, we crossed the line.
Or unless it's like that island, I forget the name of it, but it's like 50 people on it, and they're like still in like traditional, like ancient times, and there was someone who tried to go there, like
they
preach some kind of religion. They just got filled with arrows.
I got your religion
just
right here.
filled with arrows.
One of us washes up. We try to see if our FanDuel or DraftKings account works. They're like, "What are you?"
I could totally see Joe O becoming like their god, though. Like somehow he just swindles these people, and we like hear about Joe O's just god on this island.
All right. Ocean is selling me a little bit, but I'd still go space.
Is better or scarier? Because the question is which is
better.
scary.
better. Yeah,
Ocean's scarier, but I think I'd rather be in the ocean, if that makes any sense. I feel like I can navigate it
get
more.
it.
I guess
Oh,
it's kind of a cop out.
I
but
feel
whatever.
like time left, like survival time, is far and away the ocean over space.
The problem is we're making a lot of assumptions about space.
Yeah,
A lot of
where did
assumptions.
you guys
What
get all
else
this
would we
info?
do, Jake? None of us have ever been to space. We have to assume
But
everything.
none of us have ever been out deep in the ocean either.
You don't know that.
The answer is, Paul, what are we doing here, man?
And we got Space Force, so you know.
Right.
I've watched Shark Week every year for years. Like, I feel like I know the ocean.
Yeah,
So here's
Shark
the
Week
thing,
is probably
actually-
what 0.01% of the ocean.
But fun fact. Okay, we're looking at this all wrong.
Punch him on the nose. You're good, Joe G.
That's it. That's all you got to do.
And sharks are like up on the Cape and everything. When you hear about all these shark attacks, it's shallow water. If you're in the middle of the ocean, you're good.
Nobody
I
said
feel
that.
like it also
there's-
depends, like which
That is
ocean
the
you're
most
in.
outrageous logic I've ever heard.
But there's also monsters in the ocean, Paul. You're not that we have to account for.
Thank you.
The monsters are everywhere.
Yeah.
I'm glad we did
You're
this.
out in the ocean. No sharks.
So,
Sharks are shallow water only.
What is
Good.
the final consensus?
The ocean?
Who wants the ocean?
Ocean is scarier.
The ocean is scarier.
Ocean is scarier. Yes.
Yeah.
Paul's in space is scarier.
I'm not lasting long in the center of the ocean, let me tell you.
Yeah, regardless, you're dead pretty quick, no matter what.
That was fun.
And that was talking ocean.
I'll take space to be contrarian.
All right.
Bushman.